So today, we're going to talk about a game I love so much that I recently discovered on the Jaleco collection. It's called City Connection. And I'll be honest with you, before this collection came out, I was not familiar that this even existed on the Evercade. And boy, do I have some things to say about it. So come on, fellow Arcadians and retro enthusiasts, let's put the pedal to the metal and check it out!
Before we dive into some gameplay, let's talk a little bit about the history of City Connection, which was released in 1995 to the arcades and was ported over to the Nintendo. It was very well received in Japan. However, in the United States, it had mixed reviews. Now, what some of you may not be aware of is the song that's used when you get hit by the cat in the game. It's called Flawowza. I'm probably mispronouncing that. It's known in Japan as Neko Fun Jikata, and I apologize, I'm probably mispronouncing that, but literally it translates to I stepped on the cat. Now, one other thing that I didn't know is that Jaleco based the concept off of Pac-Man, which everybody's familiar with, and Crush Roller. Now, I didn't recognize the name of Crush Roller, but if you look here, dude, it's the game where you're a paintbrush! I totally remember playing this in the arcade, so they took these great games and meshed them into one, which I think is awesome!
What do you gotta do in this game? Well, you gotta drive around, and you just gotta cover the area. It's as simple as that. And just not run into a cat, or die from the cops. Simple, right? Wrong! It's a very, very challenging game, but very, very, very fun and rewarding. And that's one of the biggest things that I do like about this game, is that it definitely, after playing it for a while, you get so rewarded when you beat that level. So one big thing that I did want to point out, and I did have to figure out here, is that in order to jump up to those higher ledges, you need to press up, because when it's up, then it's up. You gotta press up. If you don't press up, you're gonna do a wee little jump. Which isn't good. Once I figured that out, that was so much better. The back of the car raises up and boom! You press A button and you shoot up to it. And after a while, yeah, you gotta get used to the controls. I admit it does take a little bit to get used to the controls, but once you do, man, this game is addictive. I'm addicted to it. I'm addicted, I tell you. I love this game. So while there are many, many other games in the Jaleco collection, I keep going back to this one. Why is that? Well, it's fun, man. It's fun. For me, on this cart, it's like the Pac-Man, it's like the Dig Dug of this cart. It's a score-based game. While you're driving around, one other thing that you gotta do, that I almost forgot to mention, is you gotta cover the ground. You'll notice that the ground kind of starts off in these kind of like clear squares, and as you paint the ground, it turns white. And you have your lower layer, your middle layer, your upper layer, at least in level 1. And as you progress, you have different layers. It changes it up. And once you paint everything, then you get to the next level. Now, of course, you see the cop cars are trying to stop you from doing that. Luckily, you got oil cans that you can go ahead and toss at them. And there's no short supply of them. I mean, sure, yeah, they're consumable, but there is plenty in the level. And if you do save them, you get bonus points! And, yeah, man, as I've said in my other videos, you just rinse and repeat. And it's just so challenging and fun just to get in there and see how high you can get. But you gotta watch out for those cats.